What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Dusty? Let me read these comments. Give me 1 second, y'all. What's up, Jay Manson? Dusty, I've been trying to trade the Bissy with the fib 67% strategy so far, not profitable yet. Can't get the direction right. It's more to it, Dusty. It's more to it. It's more to it than just laying the Fibonacci. It's many things. It's many things. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Good afternoon, wherever you at in the world. Let me get a quick shout out. Let me get a quick roll call. Nico, what's good? TZ, what's good? Good, man. Good. So what markets y'all trading, man? Dusty, what market you looking at? What markers are y'all looking at? I got people popping in here during, I didn't expect people to jump in. I thought everybody was at work. M2K. Okay. Well, I'm primarily looking at the, right now I'm looking at the NASDAQ. It is currently 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. It is currently lunch session. So the lunch session is already underway. The PM session, the afternoon session starts at 1:30 p.m. and it goes up until 4 o'clock p.m. Nico, I'm on lunch, so perfect timing. Okay, Nico. Okay. So I've been in these markets this morning, but I figured I'd press the live button. You know what I'm saying? I don't go live often during my trading. I'm with my Discord members or I'm privately trading on my own. So trading publicly is a distraction. So if you ever get into trading and you think this is easy, doing it publicly is not at all. So I kind of like when I reserve my private trading for myself. But we can get in here. I'm pretty much done trading for the day, but we can get in here and learn you something. You ever heard of that? Learn you something? 1 second. Make sure I pause this. All right, yeah, so I could get in here and learn you something. So right now, price is currently consolidating, right? This is a daily time frame, right? This is a higher time frame chart, the daily. And as you can see, we have been sideways trading for over 20 days. So if you've been having struggles, and a lot of the markers are the same way, but if you've been having struggles, just know we're in some volatile times. Excuse me, allergies. We're in some volatile times and the markers are not easy at all. These are some of the difficult markets we ever seen. Shannon, quick question. Let me read the question. 1 second. Quick question. If I may, before I return, I will be coming into significant capital. Do you see XRP dipping or enter now? I can't tell you what to do, Shannon. I can't tell you what to do. Do I see XRP dipping? Possibly. But I can't tell you, should you enter now? I can't tell you that, man. I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is to learn this skill set right here. I would also say if I came into significant capital, I would not try to put all my eggs in one basket neither. So what's up, AWB, man? Where you been at, man? Where you been at hiding? Where you at, AWB? We're gonna call you we're gonna call you the African Bill Gates. African Bill Gates. Dusty, buy gold, homie. So yeah, look, the NASDAQ is sideways consolidating. And it's been in this consolidation. We're gonna go over some other markets as well, but I'm looking at the NASDAQ primarily right now. And right now we're just ranging. We had high impact news today, but it really didn't pan out. Let me pull up Forex Factory. So we had high impact news today. Oh, we got Donald Trump speaking at 4:25. 4:25 Donald Trump speaks. So be looking out for that. A lot of people be at work when Donald Trump is speaking, so be on the lookout for that. Well, let's get into it, man. So right now, all right, right now with the NASDAQ, we're in this compressed consolidation. It's almost like a barcode. It's trading sideways, right? And it's kind of showing weakness. I'm gonna jump in there in a minute, here in a second. We got a macro coming up too. But y'all in the chat, what is this right here? What is that right there that I'm highlighting? This gap in price. What do we call that? What do we call that? Somebody knows? Going once, going twice, going 4 times. Imbalance? Yeah, it's an imbalance. What kind of imbalance? I'm looking for my, damn, where did I put it? Kind of imbalance. Evil imbalance? A volume imbalance? Yeah, it's a volume imbalance. So that's what it is. It's a volume imbalance. And I'm trying to pull it up. Where's my shit at? Over here on the right. Right here. Oh, okay. Right here. Over on the left. Boom, right there. All right. That's the volume imbalance right there. That's the volume imbalance. So we've been working this volume imbalance, right? We've been working that volume imbalance. We're currently stuck in a range. So if you look back 20 trading days, we're currently in a range between this high right here and this low right here. Just on Monday, we went down, sold off major, took out some major liquidity, and then now we're stuck in this compression, this tight range right here. So let me drop down to a lower time frame. So the daily is consolidating over on the daily is on my left. On the right, I'm gonna drop down to a 5 minute. Right, so now we're intraday price action. And right now, I don't like nothing at all with price action. So what do we do this morning? So the market opens up at 9:30, right? 9:30 a.m. But there's a pre-session which starts from 7 a.m. to 9:30. There's a pre-session, 7 a.m. to 9:30. The market opens at 9:30 to 11. I mean 9:30 to 4, but the AM session ends at 11. So what do we do this morning? Well, early this morning, right? I was up early, around 6:30-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Price ran up, right? It ran up this vertical trend line right here that I have highlighted white. That's 7 o'clock in the morning. And what do? We rallied higher. Look over to the left. We took out some minor liquidity right here. Took out some minor buy side liquidity. I'm gonna highlight that red. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop down to a 1 minute. Right? On the 1 minute time frame, right? We rally up. We sweep that high right there, which is buy side liquidity, at specific times of the day, 7 a.m., which starts the New York pre-market or pre-session. So at 7 a.m., what does market do? It rallies up, it takes that high out, and then it breaks down, consolidates, and then it returns up one more time, and then it starts to break. It starts to break lower. Now let's go down to a lower time frame. Let's go down to a 15 second. Now on the 15 second, let me find where I was at. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, right here. On the 15 second, we take out liquidity, right? Chop around. But once we take out liquidity, I'm starting to look for an entry point, right? I'm starting to hunt for like an entry. I'm already knowing what the targets are. So this morning, y'all in the Discord, the trade that I took, I was eyeing these lows over here. We had news at 8:30 this morning. So I was trying to get in before the news and get out before the news. So what do? We went up, take out liquidity, right? And then we dropped. But when we dropped, we didn't take out these lows in here. Right there. We didn't take out those liquidity pools. So we dropped down and then we came back up, we retraced. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a Fibonacci from this swing high to that swing low right there. And when it comes back up, this is a range, right? When it comes back up into the premium side of the range, right? Premium side of the Dylan range. And once we get to the 50% level of the Dylan range, what I'm gonna do is I wanna start looking for inefficiencies, liquidity, order blocks. So when we come up to the premium side of the range at 7:17 a.m., look over to the left on the 15-second time frame. Y'all in the chat, what is that right there? What is that? What is that right there? 15-second time frame. Anybody know? Bingo. There you go, Dusty. Sibby. Boom. 15-second time frame. Pre-session. Right before what? Right before. I'm getting in before economic news. 8:30 a.m. Unemployment claims. Right? What's today? My bad. 8:30 a.m. That's tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. CPI, right? I got in before 8:30 a.m. CPI. So this is what you call pre-session. Starts at 7 a.m. So if you want to be a early bird, get the worm type trader, you come to the market at 7 o'clock in the morning. You try to be out by before 9:30 in the morning. So we go up, we take out liquidity, drop, consolidate, go into the range. The liquidity is your signal. The liquidity is your signal to start looking for shorts if you're bearish. And that's exactly what I do. I go in there, I see the liquidity draw, and then I see displacement, this drop. As soon as you start seeing it drop after taking out liquidity, you go in there, you start hunting your entry points. And you drop down to like a 15-second, 5-second chart to find entries. So you technically could have got in right here, right? You could have got in on this candle coming up back into it. Boom, that would have been an entry. And then it drops, right? It drops and it fails to clear out these lows. And when it fails to clear out those lows, it creates a range. It goes back inside internal range liquidity. Consolidate. These lows right here are external range liquidity, but it goes back inside the range, internal range, consolidate, goes back up, premium. It clears out buy side. It trades into the SIBI. And then what does it do? It breaks down displacement. And what does it do? It starts attacking these levels, these lows. Let's say you hypothetically got in up here, right? How many points is it from the midpoint of the fair value gap to here? That's a 27-point run. Let's say you get a little bit more. Let's say you want to aim for down there. That right there, from here to there, that's a 39, 40-point run, right? Because it also kind of cleans out this low right here. And then what would you ultimately aim for? You ultimately want to aim for these lows down here, but it failed to get down there, right? Because the market right before 8:30. What happens at 8:30? Let's go look at 8:30. 8:30 is the news. Go out to the 1 minute. So the market is acting high resistance right before the news, right? So it's not clean. So you want to be in and out. If you know you got high impact news right before the if you know you're trading right before high impact news, you don't want to stick around too long. You want to be in and out. You got to be real nimble. And then the market does some weird shit where it spikes up during the macro 750. It spikes up. Everybody that was short and chasing, they got liquidated. And then it chops around. And then this vertical trend line right here at 8:30, you can see what it does. What does it do? If you didn't get out, right? If you didn't get out like these levels that I have highlighted, you could even got out right here, this BISI on the 1 minute. There's levels you need to look to get out in. But right at 8:30, market goes wild. Up, down, it goes up. Takes out anybody that went short. Anybody that's going long, they wipe them out at 8:30. That's the manipulation in the market. And then what does it do? It drops again after the manipulation, but it fails to, well, when it drops, it trades into this BISI right here. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Drops right into it. Boom, just like that. Once it drops into that, right, 8:30, now the market rallies higher. What's after 8:30? After the news. Once the news is over with, you want to wait for 9:30. But at 8:30, it takes out these lows, trades into the fair value gap, and reverses and goes higher. And what does it do? It cleans out the buy side. Cleans out the buy side. You got overnight highs right here. Buy side liquidity. That was from Asia. That was from Asia overnight. They go up, clear out the buy side. Clear out the buy side, right? Once they clear out the buy side, we wait. 9:30 in the morning is the opening bell for the market. 9:30 in the morning. So at 9:30, let me mark that out. 9:30 is the opening bell. Right here. Market opens 9:30. The market just shoots higher and then it drops. Right? It drops. During 9:30, you got the first presented fair value gap at 9:30, right? You're looking for the first presented. There it is right there. If you was to look to go short, that would have been your entry. I entered that as well. I traded that as well and I got out. I put on like 10 contracts. I got out, scaled out 5, and then it came back and stopped me out in profit. So I entered on that. That's a SIBI, right? Rally up, break down, SIBI, drops down into this pink shaded area, which is what? What is that pink shaded area? That pink shaded area is over here on the left, daily volume imbalance. So is that random? I had to trade back into that daily volume imbalance, find support, and displaces higher. Right? Displaces higher. And when it displaces higher, it clears out the overnight highs, takes out liquidity, and then it drops. It drops again. And let's say you wanted to get short again. Well, you remember the first presented fair value gap? This becomes inversion. Let's drag it out all the way to the right. Drag it all the way to the right, and you can use that again for a short. Look at that. Trades through it, comes back into it. You can enter a short here, and it drops. And when it drops, you want to get out at this low right here. Or see these equal lows in here? You can get out right there. Boom, right there. See how price reacts at these levels? Precision. Drops right there. Take out liquidity. Trades into a little SIBI. A BISI. It fell just shy of it, but it almost traded into it. But it takes out liquidity and it reverses, right? And when it reverses, it trades right back up into that first presented fair value gap at 9:30. Now check this out. For the people that said something about the fib, there's a range. There's a range. You could take this high right here down to this low right there. That's a Dillon range. I'm gonna show you. Take a Fibonacci from this swing high that took out liquidity to this low right here that took out liquidity. Right there. Let me hide this. And then once it drops down, look what it does. What does it do? It trades back inside internal range liquidity, comes up to premium. Trades back up to premium. Hits the first presented fair value gap at premium. And then it sells off. What if I switch this to the OTE? Optimal trade entry. There you go right there. High to low. Comes up. Optimal trade entry. First presented fair value gap. Displacement lower. Shift in market structure. Retraces. When that retraces, order block. Up close candle, order block. Trades right into the order block. And then it sells off. Also midpoint. Equilibrium, 50% level of the range. Short right there, order block, it sells off again, clears out liquidity. And then it comes down, clears out these lows right here. Right, and then it chops around, and now we're at where we're at. And here in about at 1:30, we'll start the afternoon session. Right now, it's just the lunch session. So what's up with y'all, man? What's some things y'all want to know, man? Y'all want to learn something? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all got questions? What y'all think? Is that too much? Is it too much for you? That was just a quick little run through on how I'm reading price. Let's look at let me pull up gold futures. And I'm gonna pull up the oil market. Let's pull up oil. This is the oil futures market, right? I don't trade oil, but we can look at it. Oil currently trading at $86 a barrel. It's very volatile. I would not touch this. Let's go down to the daily. Oh no, definitely will never touch this. I don't like how that looks. Too volatile. Hands off on oil. Can't touch it. Can't touch it. Volume coming in, coming out, up, down. You'll lose a lot of money trying to trade oil right now because there's no clear, there's uncertainty right now with everything that's going on. So I wouldn't want to trade oil right now. Just looking at it. Let's look at gold. Gold. Consolidating sideways. See a little busy right here. That's where I see gold at right now. Trading in that busy, consolidating, and it needs some sponsorship. Let's go down to a 15-minute. Gold. Yeah. Is okay, let me ask y'all the question. Is gold right now high resistance, low resistance? What y'all think? Is gold high resistance or low resistance? Dusty, high? What makes it high resistance? What makes this high resistance? Barcode? Yeah, y'all like that analogy? Yeah, that barcode analogy it helps you understand, right? It's barcoding. So, yes, definitely high resistance, but it sold off today, right? I'm looking at it from today. Sold off today and look to the left. Cleared out all these liquidity pools, right? Very volatile. Every market is sensitive and volatile right now. So it cleared out all this liquidity over to the left, rallied up during the opening, came back down. So yeah, it's definitely high resistance. I wouldn't touch this right now. Gold is very manipulated. Every market is manipulated. I don't care what market you looking at. I don't care what asset class you looking at. Right now, times are uncertain, but we can still get in there and find opportunities. Let me see. Sweep liquidity. They got relative equal highs up here. So gold might want to it might want to pop higher. Go down to a 1 minute. Yeah, I don't like this. Hell no. I don't like this price action. You got relative equal highs right here. That might be something they want to reach for. Go to 11 o'clock. Yeah, I don't like this. And there's low volume right now in gold. There's low volume. So what that means, not much price movement. Went up, took out buy side, came up. Let me see right quick. I want to put a little demo trade on gold. Even though this is high resistance, I want to see if I can put a little demo on 15-second time frame. Let's see if I can get a BISI right here. There we go right there. One contract. Two contracts on gold. Definitely high resistance. Don't like it. And I can get stopped out in this. So we'll see. I'm going to come back to it. Go out to the 1 minute. It might want to come back down to this order block. So the range will be on gold, this swing low, swing high. And let's see if it wants to come back down. I should kill this. Yeah, I'm gonna kill that. I want to see it come back down into here. Boom, right there. See that? See how it trades down to the midpoint. Small little volume imbalance in here. And these two down close candles are order blocks. And what would I aim for? Well, look where I would try to get out at. Look at this SIBI right here. Try to get out right there. Stop loss right here. And I'm gonna let that ride. Dusty, my platform only goes as low as the 30-second time frame. So what time frame do I draw my BISI on? There's BISIs and SIBIs on all time frames, Dusty. You need to have a higher time frame analysis though. Y'all have to be mentored. Y'all have to get coached on what to do because it's more moving parts than what I'm just showing you. A lot of moving parts, very complex, but you will get it over time. You will get it over time. Coming back down into this order block. Small little volume imbalance right here. Gold futures. Look at that. Algorithmic precision. Yeah, shout out to UTZ. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share the link. And feed the homeless. No, I'm bullshitting. What's up, Daryl? Shout out to you, man. Dorelli. Yeah, man. Gold, very volatile. Let's go out to the 5 minute. 5 minute BISI. Didn't see it. 5 minute BISI. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Say, why you always draw over the top wick? Not sure what you're saying, Dusty. But if you're asking why do I draw over those wicks, let me hide this. Whenever you find a fair value gap, Dusty, I think I know what you're asking. But whenever you find a fair value gap, and I've mentioned this before, you find a fair value gap, right? And you see a little volume imbalance. You got to include the fair value gap with the volume imbalance. Boom, right there. You got to include that in the fair value gap. So that's a little gem for you. Got to include it. If you see a fair value gap, see, this is what you might be seeing right here. You might see this right here. You might think, oh, that's a fair value gap. And it is. But you got to encompass that portion up there as well. And you can see right now, I don't trade gold right now. The gold is highly manipulated. I just got stopped out. Zoom out. 15 minute. 15 minute just compressed. 15 minute is just consolidating. So waiting for the PM session. Let's wait for the PM session. Drops down, take out sell side, runs up, just consolidating. So even the 15 minute is barcoding. See how it is when it's barcoding? You can get stopped out. Look at the wick. So whenever you see high resistance conditions, you kind of stay out the way. And yep, gold is trash right now, so I wouldn't touch this. That was just a demo trade. If y'all didn't know, that was a demo trade. Let's come back to the NASDAQ. So what did the NASDAQ do? It just went up, right? It just went up, swept buy side. Swept buy side liquidity right here. All right, now we're getting a displacement. I still like these lows down here. So let me see, what time is it? 1:14. Let me go down to a 5-second. 5-second chart. I'm gonna wait for it. Oh, it took out those lows, right? Just took out those lows. Swing high, swing low. And I'm gonna try to enter right here. I could have entered right there, but let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. Put one on. Boom, right there. Come on, some more. So what I entered on was, let me see if it comes up some more. Oh, right there. So what I just entered on was, you see this right here, suspension gap. Zoom in a little bit. See this candle right here? You got a volume imbalance above it and below it. So I'm gonna highlight that. And that's why you wait for the premium. You wait for the premium side. Always wait for the premium. All right, let me zoom out. Let's go out to the 1 minute. 1 minute is compressed. Everything is compressed. Everything is compressed. Gotta look at the daily. Look at the daily candle. This is what you're essentially trying to trade inside of. If you see candles like this on the daily, right? If you see daily candles like this, right? You're in high resistance conditions. Price action, these markers are very difficult whenever you see price compressed on the higher time frame. So that's what we're working with. And these markets don't want to break free. So we drop down, take out liquidity. Let me delete that. Delete that. All right, I didn't get the best entry, right? But here I am. I'm going to take partials at these equal lows right here. Taking partials at these equal lows. I got 15 micro contracts on. And I'm going to start peeling some off right here. Once the price gets right here, I'm gonna take 5 contracts off. I'm gonna take 5 contracts off. At this point right here, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll my stop loss and profit. So guess what? If I get stopped out, I get stopped out at $50 profit. But I'm already looking to scale out right here at these lows. Let's see it run. Once it gets there, I'm taking 5 off. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up to the top left, press the buy button. It's gonna scale. It's gonna take off 5 contracts. Retracing. Trade into a SIBI. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Trades up into that. Rejects it nicely, real clean. Let me remove this. I got stopped out. Got stopped out right there. I'm gonna attempt it again. What you're seeing is practice trading, demo trading, and you just kind of like getting your reps in. This is how you practice. You gotta go in here, live price action. Let me look at the higher time frame. Yeah, this daily could go either way. See, it's compressed. It's been like this all freaking day. And it's not really trying to show any signs of going higher or lower. So it's 50-50 for me. I'm just leaning more bearish because I like the lows below the market, but there's also highs above the market. So y'all bullish or bearish on the NASDAQ? I'll be right back. This shit could go either way. If y'all just joined, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new. Subscribe if you're brand new. Sitting here getting some repetition in. I don't prefer the afternoon session, but here we are in the afternoon session. It begins at 1:30. I prefer the morning session. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I just got stopped out again. Every market is difficult right now. Let me check back in on gold. Yep, gold ain't did shit. Gold hasn't done nothing. I feel like something's coming with these markets. I feel like something major is coming, so I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think something is definitely coming to these markets. Damn. All right, let me zoom out. 50-50. High resistance. You don't want to be trading in these conditions. It could go wrong. Even though you see me doing it, I'm not risking real capital. Why not trade M2K instead of MNQ? Because I don't trade M2K. That's not my market. That might be your market, but that's not my market. I don't trade all markets. I pretty much stick to one or two markets. Let's go look at it though. You say, why not trade that? That's something that you trade. Let me pull up. Let's go look at the Russell. And if you don't think it's not doing the same thing, say it's the only one you can afford. Nah, man, the Nasdaq, the S&P, they pretty affordable, man. If you trade in the minis, the micros. Go down to 15 minute. Look, this is the Russell, right? Doing the same thing. Ranging. Doing the same thing. So does it matter? Does it really matter what market? Look at the 1 minute on the Russell, right? Doing the same thing. All these markers are interconnected and they're all doing the same thing. And right now, something is coming. That's all I got to say. Something is coming to these markets. And they're very compressed. They're very manipulated at the moment. So You want to fuck around and find out? I'm not gonna be the one. I'm not gonna be the test dummy. I'm not gonna be the test dummy. I'm leaning that the market wants to go bullish, but look at the daily candle. Look at the daily candle, right? I'm sitting here trying to put on a trade, and look at this candle. You're trying to take intraday trades inside of a candle that looks like this. Very difficult. Very difficult. That's not easy at all. High resistance manipulation, and I don't touch this with my real money, but I will go practice. I will go practice. And that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just practicing. Decided to go live, practice a little bit, see if anybody was interested in seeing practice. Anybody interested in seeing practice? I'm leaning bearish though. I'm leaning bearish. Go down to the 1 minute. Can this drop for me, right? If this drops, I'm going to take profits at these lows right here. I'm going to take profit at these lows. Look where I put my stop loss at. Just high enough that it doesn't want to come for me, right? Don't come for me. Look how quick the trade can turn around as well. Just sitting through it and sticking with it. But right now, it's caught in the range, high resistance. It can go either way. It's 50-50. A smart man would take profit. Go ahead and kill the trade because it's uncertain. Time. We just began the PM session. The PM session starts at 1:30. It goes up until 4. So lunchtime is over. Welcome to the PM session, the afternoon session of New York. Look at this shitty ass price action. Let's go back to the Russell. Look at this shitty ass price action. All markets. All time frames, Dusty. All time frames. But you want to get a higher time frame perspective. You need to get that higher time frame perspective. Monthly, weekly, daily. Start there. That monthly, weekly, and daily drives the market. Those are institutional levels in the market. Monthly, weekly, daily. Those are the institutional levels. Once you understand the monthly, weekly, and daily and where they're trying to go from a long-term perspective, that will help you and aid you on lower time frames. But the lower time frames takes a little bit more analysis. So there's deeper concepts on the lower time frames, especially if you're gonna learn from me. Just sitting in this trade right here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what the market's doing. It's probably gonna go up though. If this can drop, I'm gonna take profit right here at this low. I'm gonna pull some profits. I got 15 contracts on. I'm gonna take 5 off right here. I should take off more. As soon as it hit my take profit, I'm gonna roll my stop loss in profit. And I won't have no risk on the trade. Well, boss, how did you know? How did you know, boss? Boom, right there. I took 5 contracts, right? Next target. I want to aim for these lows underneath here. Stop loss. Rolling in profit. Right there. I got 10 contracts remaining. It's about time. It's about the time. What y'all think about that? Time and then price. Time and then price. Look, 1600. 1600. Can we go further? I'm gonna take another 5 right there. I'm gonna take another 5 right there. Give me another 5. Another 5 contracts coming off. Nico, when do you suggest it's a good time for 9-5ers trading? Sometimes I mark up my charts. Oh, wait. Another 5. Boom, just like that. Another 5. Now I'm down to 5 contracts, right? Down to 5 contracts. Right here. Complete. Which I know. Look, I'm going to lock in my take profit. I'm going to lock in my stop loss. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out in $520. I got 5 contracts remaining. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull off 4. No, 3. I'm going to take off 3 contracts. Now I'm only down to 2. So what I'm doing is I'm locking in profit. I'm paying myself. Locking in profit, paying myself. Look, what is this, y'all? What is this in the chat? What is this right here in the chat? What kind of candle is that? But Nico, when is a good time for 9-5ers trading? Sometimes I mark up my charts the previous night, then get stuck doing work tasks. And next thing I know, I miss the moves. Nico, you gotta know what you're looking for. You gotta know what you're looking for at the right time. What time of the day do you trade, Nico? Yeah, that's a SIBI. Could be an inversion. Let's look at the higher time frame. I'm over here looking at the daily. The daily is giving me my direction. The daily is telling me where I think it should go, where it's suggesting that it wants to go. Right? It's not just looking at the candle neither. It's other aspects to it. There's other elements to this. But I'm looking at the daily for my bias and direction that I want to see price going. So right now it's kind of consolidating after taking out liquidity. But let's see if it wants to drop. I got 2 contracts remaining. Nico, what time of the day do you try to trade? Said the AM session. Nico, what time does the AM session start for you? (9:30) Okay. Start a little bit earlier, Nico. Start at 7 o'clock. 7 a.m. I know you're not at work at 7 a.m. You might be. Try 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 9:30, Nico. 7 a.m. to 9:30. That's a window. That's a window of opportunity. Whenever the market opens, right? Whenever the market opens, everybody's trying to jump in at one time. So you don't think the market makers are trying to manipulate everybody? Right when the market opens at 9:30, the market makers know that everybody in retail wants to jump in the market right at 9:30. And guess what they do? Grind fest, chop fest. So you're either gonna be an early bird or you're gonna wait right after 9:30. 9:30 is for the specialists. You gotta grow into that. At 9:30, you gotta grow into being a specialist, and that's gonna take a little bit of time. You gotta know what you're looking for. Jay Manson, got my 2 trades in for the day. Green, shout out to Jay Manson. Jay Manson is in the Discord. TZ is in the Discord. Y'all need to join the Discord if y'all want to get that insight. People actually making money. People passing prop firms. People using real capital because of the techniques and the tools that I'm using. I didn't sit here and get nervous because my trade was going against me. I waited for time, which was 1:30 p.m. session, and price drops. See how quickly I scale out? I started with 15 contracts. I'm down to 2. Let's go back up. I'm gonna see how many points I've profited. How many points on my trade did I take profits? Let's see, from entry down to this low. That's about a 113 point run that I just did. I actually could kill my trade and walk away for the day in the green and don't have to worry about nothing. But no, I'm sitting here holding it to see if it wants to go a little bit extra. 113 point run right at the PM session. How long did that take? Well, I sat in it early. I said I'll try to be in it early, but let's say it took me about it took about 14 minutes, right? 14 minutes. And then it hit my take profit. I'm getting alerts that we under cyber attack warning. I'm getting alerts that we under cyber attack warning. I can't confirm nor deny it, so I would say definitely have you some money on standby, get you some cash, because the way these markers are looking like they're being staged for some type of event, and I can't tell you what the event is because I'm not in the know, but I'm not even pushing fear. I'm just letting you know because I'm looking at these markers on the day-to-day, and these markers are going to tell you the signs. There will be signs, and the signs are in the market, in price. You know, I'm close to these markets, and the signs are in the markets in price. So I'm just letting y'all know that. What we got coming up, y'all? Who knows in the chat? Time wise, what's coming up on the clock? What's coming up on the clock? Anybody know in the chat what we got coming up? If you look at your clock right now, what's the next time? Boom, macro. Yep. Shout out to you, Daryl. Shout out to you, TZ. What time are the macros for? Let me look at the higher time frame daily, because this could reverse. I got that feeling it could just reverse, but I'm holding on to it. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I was profitable. The last 10 minutes and the first 10 minutes of every hour. Yep. The only exception is the last hour of the trading day. That's the 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour. There are 3 macros in the 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour. 3 macros in the last hour of trading. That's the only time of the day where that happens. Every other hour is the last 10 minutes of the hour, the first 10 minutes of the top of the hour. So here in about 2 minutes, you're going to see some price movement. You should see some price movement here in 2 minutes. And you let me know if the market is algorithmic or not. If it's not running based on time. Time and then price. Oh. Y'all press 1 if y'all learning something. Hit that like button, subscribe if you brand new. Going through live price action. Live price action. Look how it's trading in this SIBI. Live, right? Live. Appreciate it, Daryl. Or Darelli. Appreciate it, Nico. I'm going to peel one contract off. Let me peel this. I might get stopped out. Fuck it. All right, Jay Manson. Hold it down. Look how close that came to my stop. Is that some form of precision? I think it's gonna get it, but is that not some form of precision? Let's see. Let me try this right here. I'm gonna drag it up just a little bit. I don't normally do that, but let me do that right there. I'm gonna take one contract off. I only got one contract left on, so I roll my stop loss back up near my entry. I only got one on. If I get stopped out, I didn't lose nothing. You see how you can trade and be profitable and not have to get your complete price run? Trades into another SIBI. I'm considering damn near going long. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you're brand new, subscribe. I'm mainly over here looking at the daily. Trying to get a gauge of where it wants to go. It's 50-50 for me. So it could go either way. Yep, TZ, still barcoding on the 4 hour. Let's go take a look. Left screen. Oh, shit. Go back. Left screen, 4 hour. Barcoding, yep. I would like to see it slip on the 4 hour. I would like to see it roll over, right? And I want to see it come down into this BISI on the 4 hour. That's that low. That's that liquidity down there as well. Does it want to do that? Well, guess what? We in the macro. We in the macro. So here we go. I got the force. I got the keys to the market. So I'm about to send it lower right now. I got the keys. I'm the market maker. I'm the market maker. Come down. Come down right now. Any day now. Any day now. What y'all think about that? I said come down, it comes down. What is it that I know that the general public doesn't know? That's crazy, isn't it? How is it possible that you can even obtain this level of precision? Is it science? Is it magic? Is it insider information? I don't know. You tell me, what is it? I tell you, this is what they don't want you to know. It's algorithmic. Yep, Nico. It's freaking algorithmic. And once you see it, Nico, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you take the blue pill or the red pill, once you take the red pill, there is no going back. Once this bites you, is no going back. Huh? We in the macro still. 1:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Macro starts at 1:50. It ends at 2:10. Soon as we turn 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, let's see if we get fireworks. Wouldn't a algorithm be ran on code? Wouldn't a algorithm be programmed to time? I would say so. It's not random. Look how it trades up into the SIBI above, right? Look how it trades into that SIBI above. Trades to the midpoint. Let me lay a Fibonacci over that. Let me lay a Fibonacci over that to refine the price action. Just like that. When I lay the Fibonacci over, right, you get more precision. Look how it trades up. Middle. Look how it trades up to the 0.75, the upper quadrant. Is that random? Or is that precision? Is that random or is that precision? I think that's precision. And then it drops. And now here we are in this quadrant. I mean, this SIBI / inversion. I started with 15 contracts. I scaled them all the way down to 1. So it's like, you know, you can't lose. You can't lose. 15 contracts. I'm scaling out by 1, and I just got a runner on. This is what we call a runner. I just got one that's running, and if it stops me out, look, it stops me out in profit. I didn't lose no money or come close to losing the money on this trade. Smash that like button, subscribe. Time. What time? It's just turned 2 o'clock, right? Look at your time. 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still in the macro. Macro still going. Let's go. Just sitting here through this bullshit consolidation. Let's go around the market. Let's go look at M2K. It sold off. Y'all think that's random? M2K, the Russell, sells off same time as the NASDAQ, right? So they're not programmed and coded together? I think so. I think they're all algorithmic. They're all running on similar scripts. So that's that, M2K. Let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. Go down to the 1 minute. I think gold did the same thing, right? Gold did the same thing. So is that not programmed and algorithmic? I think so. Crude oil, not touching it. You'll be a fool to be trying to trade crude oil right now. Hell no. Think I got hell no. Any day now. Macro still going. It's 2:04 p.m. Macro still in effect. This macro is consolidating. This is a consolidation macro. It's like watching paint dry. When there's no volume in the market, it's like watching paint dry. But guess what? This is how you get better. This is how you got to be able to sit through this. You got to be able to stick with it. And this is how you start discovering how to really trade when it gets like this. High resistance, low volume, no movement in the market, and you're stuck in the trade. What you do? What would y'all do? Would y'all kill it? Would y'all sit through it, or would you get stopped out? What would you do? I think half of y'all would kill it in panic. You kill it in panic and then try to get in, try to buy it, try to sell it, try to buy it, try to sell it. You start FOMOing. But the real traders, they stick with one narrative. They stick to it. They stick with it. I'm using the forced. I'm using my mind to move the needle. I'm using my mind to move the market. That's the real secret. You got to tap into the mental. And when you tap into the mental, you can move the market with your mind. See, you ain't heard about that one, huh? Press one if you could. Press one if you think you can move the market with your mind. Press two if you don't. Jay Mancy, you say you think you move the you think you move the market with your mind? Press two if you don't think you can move the market with your mind. Who think you can't do this with your mind? It's all mental. All you gotta do is like put the force to it. All you gotta do is put the force to it, and the needle will move. Price will move. AWB. Think you can do it with your mind? Hey, I guess I guess we training a different breed of traders over here, man. We moving the market with our mental. We moving the mind with our mental. Yeah, Jedis. I should change my Discord to the Jedi Academy. The Jedi Academy. That's what it should be. God damn, this is dry. No movement. But we waiting for this macro to complete. Got 3 minutes. See, and this is what makes it boring for most people. They don't want to do it because this shit is boring. Trading can get boring, but guess what? It's one of the most rewarding things you could ever do. Always pursue boring because the boring stuff is going to get you to the money. I ain't talking about just any boring thing. It got to be high level boring. High level boring. Here I go. I'm moving it. Let me wait. Let me focus in right quick. Let me take some deep breaths. I'm focusing in. Let me breathe. Cause I'm about to move this with my mind. 1 second. So I'm doing something. It's moving. Bro, this channel, you know what I'm saying? Like this channel is like they don't want me to get out there, man. They don't want this information to be seen. I gotta let y'all know I'm an X-Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of the X-Man clan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a mutant. I have the power and the ability to hack into the financial system and move the needle. There, you said I'm listening while working. Had to drop the laugh. Yeah, man. I'm over here moving the market, man. I'm moving the market with my mind, and I'm trying to show y'all that y'all can do it too. And I think the more of us that do it, we can move the needle with our mind and mental. We don't need no indicators. We don't even need candlesticks. We can just move the market by just mentally locking in. And the more minds that focuses on the market, we can do it. Yeah, man. Nice entry on the trade. I didn't even have to see the trade. This is how I did it. Let me show you. This is how I did it. 1 second. This is how I did it, AWB. remove everything from the chart, right? Remove everything from the chart and just focus. No candles, no nothing. And get in on the trade and just be a part of the ether. That's all you gotta be. Be a part of the ether. Nothing else. Look at that. Is that not power? I should have a million subscribers with this, man. Like I could pretty much. I can't make no guarantees, but I can teach you something. I'm just breathing. Breath and mind and thoughts will move the market. You smoking ether, Jay Manson? Yeah, man. I'm sure that will enhance it. You smoke a little herb or whatever, that will enhance the movement of the market. Yeah, man. Y'all better tap in, smash that like button, subscribe. I know I got more than 10 people. I mean, who's all in here, man? Who's all in here? Who's in the shadows? I know somebody's in the cut. Who's brand new? If you're brand new, press 1. If you're brand new, press 1. Macro, fair value gap, OTE, liquidity, shake my head. Yep. Lock in. Tap in. Shep, I'm lurking, running equipment at work. Will you use your mind to finish my job? My job that I've been assigned with is moving these markets. So I can't help you with your job. I don't have that power yet. But maybe we can use our mind to get you off of that job by just simply mentally locking in on these markets, and that can remove you from your job. You don't even have to look at the charts. You can just breathe, close your eyes, breathe, deep inhale, deep exhale, and then you will have the right area in the chart to enter on, and it will go in your favor. Nobody else out there right now live streaming is showing you execution like this in the current moment. And we do this every day. Every day. It don't stop. Is that a lunch special? I damn near want to kill this trade, but I'm gonna let it roll. What's up, Jay Gamble? Cooling. You've been missing it, man. I've been showing everybody how to mentally move the market. I think you missed it. What time is it? 2:16. Come on, man. Give us a little run, man. Give us a little run, so I can be out of this. Dragging. This market is dragging today. Dragging real slow. Any day now. Any day now. What's up with y'all, man? Y'all at work? Who all at work? And who's all chilling? Who's all at work and who's all chilling? I'm trying to get y'all off y'all jobs, man. I'm trying to get everybody working for self, trading. That's the goal. If you watch me, I'm trying to get y'all working for yourself, trading, or work a job and trading. Nico, you working? Everybody working, man. I'm trying to get everybody working and trading. Get that extra income. You start making trades, cause this trade right here, I done banked already like shit, $2,000. But if you able to start making trades and work your job, you gonna start feeling like, man, cause the money is fast, but you're gonna be able to say, I got options now. You won't feel so tethered to that job. Don't quit your job, because everybody need a job right now. But once you're able to start making the extra money, whether that's $100, an extra $1,000, extra $5,000, it's all relative. But once you're able to start making that extra money and you're able to work your job, you got options. It just feels good to have options. That's all I'm saying. It feels real good to have options and the ability to make money outside of your day-to-day activities at your 9 to 5. So a lot of people probably having problems trading while at work, but there's 24 hours in a day that these markets are open. There's about an hour that it closes, but Monday through Friday, there's a London session, there's a New York session, there's an Asia session. So there's plenty of opportunity throughout the day to find an opportunity to look for a few points in the market, 30 to 50 points a day. And you can start scaling that. Nico, you said I'd rather just be trading. You're going to get there, Nico. It takes time, though, Nico. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But if you start now, you start the process of learning how to trade now, you're cutting into that time. It's a long journey. I'm 5 years in, Nico. 5 years in, nonstop every day. That's why I'm able to show you what I'm doing. And it looks easy, but in the beginning, this ain't easy. This was not easy. But ultimately, time started to take over the skill. One thing, when you start this, you don't stop. Jay Manson, I did 1,100 today. Shout out to you, Jay Manson. That's what I'm saying. How y'all at y'all jobs right now, it sure would feel good to make an extra 1,100. I'll be upbeat at the job. I'll be upbeat at the job if I can make an extra 1,100 a week. 2,000 a week. I'll be upbeat at that job every week. I'll be the best employee. They're gonna be like, what the hell wrong with you, man? Why you so happy? And you don't tell them nothing. You making extra money and it ain't got nothing to do with your job. So it's a moral booster, a morale booster. It's a morale booster. Imagine being able to have a morale booster. Some people hate their job, but imagine having that morale booster, knowing you got other ways to make money. I guarantee you ain't gonna hate that job so much. That's all people need. People just need that little extra boost. Look, extra income. That's all people need. People need a little cushion. People need a little cushion. Back out on the higher time frame over on the left. Prices just stalling out. Now normally, right? Normally I would just kill this, but I'm just gonna let it ride because I don't like when the market is like this. I like to be in and out and done. But when it gets like this, it feels like I'm babysitting. And it's just one little micro contract. So I don't feel like babysitting this contract. But I'm gonna let it ride because normally what I would do, I'll roll my stop loss and I'll walk away or I go do something else. Go to the gym, go for a walk, exercise, spend time with family, and then you come back, you'll be surprised how that trade will run down for an extra $350. And you'd be like, oh, that was nice. But if it stopped you out, you'll be like, well, it wasn't worth my time. So I'm glad I did go do the extracurricular activities. I'm ready to go to the gym now. I'm trying to get to the gym. This shit taking forever. I need to go work out. But you stick with it because guess what? This is your 9-to-5 job. If you want to do this, you got to treat it like a business. You got to treat it like a business. This is not play. You got to, if the trade takes a little longer than expected, you got to sit with it just like you would at your job overtime. Got to stick with it. Y'all smash that like button. 11 people in here. I know people coming in and out. But if you're just joining, you're brand new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just sitting here doing a little coaching, a little live stream demonstration, trading, strategies, techniques, entry points, exits. I showed y'all that live. So if you missed anything, you can always go back, watch the replay. And you will see me doing those executions and those take profits. Right now, I just got one more micro contract on. I ran 15, scaled them out all the way down to 1. Went from 15 contracts, scaled out to 1 contract. And now I just got the 1 contract running, babysitting it. I feel like this is the best. There's many channels on YouTube, right? Many niches. But I feel like when it comes to this is the best channel to come actually learn this skill. Because I'm sitting here in an educational environment. I like to teach this. I like to show you how to do it. A lot of times this is people's first time even knowing about this. Some people in my chat, some people that follow me never knew nothing about this, right? Never knew or was introduced to trading or futures trading, but 3 to 6 months in later, these people are making money on their own, not depending on me. I teach people how to be dependent on themselves. And you got to go through you got to be initiated. So that's what's going on. People on my channel been initiated. So this market is pretty much going to hold to about 3 o'clock. I'm already knowing. So once 3 o'clock gets here, it's going to run. I think I'm going to move on. Should I do another live stream tonight, this evening? I don't know. What's the news, y'all? What's in the update? Y'all got any news for me? Anything we should look at? Anything interesting? Anything I should be knowing about? I see gas. Hey, Daryl, Darrelli, I know you at work, but what gas looking like out there in California? I see gas is like at $8.30 in Cali, man. What the hell? Hell nah. $8.30 in California? It's crazy work. I got a job for some of y'all, man. I'm about to turn this channel into like a news channel. We're gonna do 24-hour broadcast, and we're gonna be competing with CNN. Who want a job? Darrelli. High fives into the eights, depending on where you at. Damn, that's crazy. And that's a drastic difference as well. I got a job for somebody who want to be on the broadcast, who want to be an anchor or a panel host. We're doing 24-hour streaming on my channel. We need people to cover the news. I'm gonna cover the markets, but I need people that's gonna cover the news. I need some correspondents. I offer 401ks, and we can negotiate the salary. Nah, I'm bullshitting, y'all. I'm bullshitting. Don't believe me. I'm just kidding. Trade taking forever, and it might not go nowhere, and that's fine. That's another reason. You see what we sent through? That's another reason why you got to be in and out surgical with precision. Y'all witnessed that. 15 contracts, scaled them out in minutes. And now, if you was sitting and holding, this is what you got to deal with as a holder. No, I want surgical strikes. Surgical strikes, in and out, done. I'm not holding shit. Appreciate y'all just joining. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. If y'all got any questions, y'all let me know in the chat. This is an educational platform. I'm sitting here in the trade and just managing it. I had 15 contracts on. I scaled them out down to one, and now I'm just sitting in the last one. It is currently 2:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are in the afternoon session for the futures market. the market in the session. Well, the session ends at 4:00 p.m. I normally like to be out prior to 4:00 p.m. If I get stopped out on this trade, which I will be stopped out in profit, then I'm going ahead and I might end the stream and I might be back later. But I just wanted to pop on, see who was all on the day in the daytime. Who all likes to join during the daytime. But clearly everybody's at work, and I can respect that. I would have normally killed this trade, but I'm just going to let it stop me out. If it stops me out, it stops me out. No big deal. I'm sticking with it though. We got another macro at 250 to 310. That's the next macro. Maybe we will get some movement at that time. Right now, nothing. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe. If you're brand new, subscribe. If you've been here, unsubscribe and then resubscribe. Lenny, I just got here. Can you please start over? Shit, Lenny, I caught the short right before the PM session began. I had 15 micro contracts on. I scaled them out. Price ran about 110 points. I scaled them out, and now I only got one on, and I'm just trying to see what this runner wants to do. I'm still leaning bearish, but it can go either way. So yeah, I took about 15 contracts right at the right before the PM session, and it turned out pretty smooth. Now price is just high resistance. I looked across all the markets: gold, NASDAQ, the Russell, oil. Everything is being compressed, and I'm seeing rumors of cyber activity. Yep. I'm seeing rumors of cyber activity. Let me see if I can pull this up. But you know, I'm not here to predict that type stuff. I'm just reporting what I see. Reporting what I see. I remember when COVID hit, right? I was looking at COVID because I was online and I was deep diving. I seen COVID a month before it even came to the United States. So I'm like, okay, they ran the narrative with COVID. We seen it over there in Wuhan in the wet market, and then some Americans got on the plane and they flew to the West Coast. And I'm like, why are they even flying these people to the West Coast? They ran a whole campaign. I said, why not keep those people over there quarantined? But they let the Americans get on the plane and flew them to Washington, and then that's where it started. That's when they started running it. So sometimes what you see, you know, if you start seeing a narrative run, sometimes you got to investigate it, because sometimes it can become something bigger than what it is. But that's not my job to predict the next crisis. It's my job to kind of anticipate what the next crisis could be, so that I can take advantage. But I've been seeing a lot of that, so it is what it is. Yeah, what's COVID? Some man-made shit. Man, I would have killed this trade by now, man. But I'm still sitting in it. Still sitting in it. I would have killed it by now. But nope, I'm giving a demonstration on how to trade. And yes, it can be boring, people. It can be boring, but you gotta stick with it. You gotta stick with it because it pays. Waiting. We got a macro coming up at 2:50 p.m. 2:50 macro. And it could go either way. Jay Gamble, can you show where the kill zones are again? I can't find them. 1 second. So Jay Gamble, I'm gonna tell you right quick. Jot them down. This is where you got to be assertive, right? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna let you discover. And that's only gonna make you better, right? Don't take it no type of way. I'm just making you better. So I'm gonna tell you the kill zones. It's up for you to write them down, and it's up for you to go discover them and look for them. But you got 3 sessions, right? You got 3 sessions. Now write this down. You got the Asia session. Asia session goes from 7 p.m., right? 7 p.m. EST to 5 a.m. EST. It's about a 10-hour window. The kill zone for Asia is from 7. The sweet spot is from 7 p.m. to about 10 p.m. But Asia can go all the way up to 5 a.m. The London session, 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. EST. That's about a 9-hour window. The kill zone is from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. The New York session goes from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's multiple kill zones in the New York session. The AM session kill zone, well, there's different kill zones. So you got a pre-session, 7 a.m. to 9:30. The market opens at 9:30. So from 9:30 to 11, that's a kill zone. So if you want to combine 7 a.m. to 11, that's the New York AM kill zone. 7 a.m. to 11. You got a New York PM session. New York PM session is from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's the kill zone. 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 o'clock. So hopefully I answered your question. Hopefully you take notes. Again, you got to discover it on your own. Right now I'm managing a trade, so I don't want to kind of distract from the management of the trade. But definitely go roll your sleeves up. I just gave you all your answers that you was looking for. Now, because I don't want to sit in this trade too much longer, I'm going to roll my take profit up. And I just want to get out at the nearest low, the nearest swing low. And I'm going to get out at that point. Because I got shit to do. And I know y'all do too. Got a macro coming up in 7 minutes. 7 minutes, we got a macro.
Implications of this are, there's a cyber attack happening right now coming from a hacker group based out of Iran that is wiping people's personal cell phones. There's a cyber attack happening right now coming from a hacker group based out of Iran that is wiping people's personal cell phones. And I know because it just happened to my husband. He woke up this morning to his phone factory reset, no phone number attached, everything wiped. But the implications of this are so much bigger, especially when you start.
U.S. banks on high alert for cyber attacks as Iran escalates. I'm just letting y'all know. Have some cash on hand.
To think about your bank. Before I explain the bank risk, this is the group that claimed credit this morning, taking down a major medical device corporation and all of its tens of thousands of employees' personal devices, wiping everything and getting all of their information. Obviously, we're still freaking out because his phone's cooked. They have access to all of our information and God knows what else. But on top of that, it immediately made me think, what happens when they target U.S. banks next? All of the bank accounts go to zero, or you're frozen out, or they go after digital payments and everything shuts down, or they could go after the electrical grid. We know how devastating that would. And the infrastructure here in the United States is so old, it would be easy to do. We are living through a new type of warfare, and most people here have no idea and are not even close to being. Now, there's really nothing we could have done to have stopped what just happened this morning, but I think this is just the start. Not only are personal devices at risk, but institutions and infrastructure. My advice to everyone is to make sure you have cash, silver, and gold, because if all of your wealth is tied up in the system that's vulnerable to their attacks, you're leaving yourself, your family, and future generations vulnerable too. We don't know what's coming next, but all we can do is be prepared. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. I'll go more over that later. Maybe tonight, this evening. Let me check on my trade. Still chopping around, waiting for the macro. 250, 310. Let's see what it does. We're gonna do. We got a macro in 1 minute. Let's see what they do. Macro in 1 minute. Boy, this been a long trade. See, normally I would just go about my day and let it pan out. Dusty. What is a macro? Anybody want to help Dusty out in the chat? I'll explain it though. A macro is a specific time window that occurs every hour of the day. It is not random. It is algorithmic. It is not random. The macro just began 250. The last 10 minutes of the hour. 250. Last 10 minutes of the hour. To 310. First 10 minutes of the top of the hour. This macro occurs every hour. The same way, every hour, the same function, every hour. At the end of the hour, last 10 minutes, and the first 10 minutes of the top of the hour, every day. It's a time mechanism, and that is coded into price. It's a time mechanism that is coded into price. I'm gonna say it one more time. It is a time mechanism that is coded into price that the algorithm uses to inject liquidity or movement. And as you can see, look how it is right now, 251, and there's slightly movement in the market. Is that random? No, it's not random. It's not random. It's algorithmic because it's baked in the price. One thing most people can't see with these markets is the code. There is a code that is time based, but you can't see time, can you? You can't see time. So a lot of times when you first start doing this, you might get impatient. It might frustrate you. The thing might take forever. But what you're not factoring in, that there's an element that is hidden that is called time. And the markets are coded on time. So hopefully that makes sense. But with the macro, as you can see right now, it is currently 252. With the macro, you have to observe it in the beginning. You're not going to understand it in the beginning. You're not going to understand what you're looking for. But over time, months, years, you will start seeing what this macro is trying to do. We got these highs right here. We got buy side right there. Do they want to come up and sweep that high right there? Let's see. Or did they already touch it? Hopefully I made sense, Dusty. Didn't touch the high. Come down. It's a time mechanism, Dusty. It's a time. So look, is it random, Dusty? Between it's moving right now prior to 250, and I was already saying macro, but prior to 250, it wasn't moving. Now once 250 occurs, right, we start to see price movement. Is that random or not? And this goes on in every market, whether that's crypto, futures. This time mechanism is coded into every single market out there on the market. I don't care if you're looking at stocks. I don't care if you're looking at metals. I don't care if you're looking at foreign exchange. I don't care if you're looking at equities. Every market is coded to time. Time first. Every market. Oh. Look at that. Goes up. Sweeps liquidity. Now let me look at the higher time frame. Still nothing. But I still want to see this drop. Let's see what 3 o'clock does. Look at that. Time. Time moves the market. Specific time moves the market. I'm not worried if I get stopped out. I already made profit. Now check that out. We sweep liquidity, right? What you want to do is you want to drop down to like a 5-second, maybe 5-second time frame. Take liquidity, displacement lower. I see kind of an inversion, but it might not want to keep going. Let me see. 1 minute. Might want to keep going. This shit is like watching paint dry. $5. So on the 5-second, right, we take out liquidity, minor liquidity, drop down. This BISI right here, that becomes a inversion fair value gap right here. Inversion fair value gap. After taking out liquidity, inversion gap, you can enter on the inversion gap. Starts to displace lower. At minimum, come take that low out. Take these lows out right there. So that's at minimum. And to me, that's what it looks like it wants to do. Oh, I want to kill this trade. Starting to try to roll down. So what I just did was on the 5-second, I showed you how to enter after taking out liquidity. You could have entered up here, right? Yeah, still in the macro, 258, 3 o'clock, the macro in, 350. So we're about to come up at the top of the hour, the last hour of trading. So maybe we get some fireworks in the last hour of trading. One more minute, top of the hour. Three o'clock, last hour trading. Any day now. Any day now. Starting to slip, starting to roll over. I should have got out right there. But let's see if it wants to fall a little bit lower. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if y'all brand new. I'm ready to go touch some grass. How many of y'all think y'all ready to do this? How many people think y'all can do this? This dry, just sitting and watching it. Would you prefer to do this or work your job? Let me know in the chat. Because this is one of those trades where it's just long and drawn out. Dusty, you say you've been trying for years, still ain't profitable. You gotta get that system together, Dusty. You gotta learn from the right person. You gotta be taught the right way. You gotta do it professionally. That's all it comes down to. It comes down to having a mentor. It comes down to having somebody who's gonna properly teach you how to do it. So if you've been trying to go about this about yourself throughout the years and different content creators, and there's levels to this. You gotta get the right person that's gonna teach you. Somebody who has experience, somebody who has a good amount of experience. That's the only way you're gonna learn this. And then you gotta go in there, stick to a model, stick to a plan. You gotta stick to one system. So it's many components to this. You gotta learn psychology, Dusty. You gotta learn how to manage your psychology. If you're somebody who's weak, this might not be for you. When I say weak, I'm talking about mentally. If you're somebody who let negative things get in your mind, you can self-destruct in this. So there's a lot of psychological elements to this. You got to understand money management. That's another element. There's many elements to trading. So it's one of the most hardest things I've ever had to do in my lifetime. And I've done some hard shit. So if you can learn this right here, remember, this is the hardest thing you can ever do. Everything is against you in these markets. Everything is against you. But there's systems out there that you have to learn. You have to go through certain processes. You got to learn how to fail. It's so many things you got to go through in this. And but once you start it, you can't stop. You will never stop once you start this process. Sitting here waiting. Macro ends in 3 minutes, 3:07. At 3:10, we got another macro at 3:15 to 3:45. Remember, the last hour of trading is the only hour that has 3 macros. So 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock has 3 macros in the day. I kind of got a feeling they're gonna send it higher, but I'm leaning for the low. Take out the lows, or it might not do nothing. It could just consolidate. The Rally, 5.59 at the gas station. I'm filling up right now. Sheesh. Still going up, man. Still going up. They were talking about rumors of shutting it down, shutting the war down, and nope. That was temporary. Oil still swinging back and forth. Let me go check oil out. Oil, it had dropped down today around the price of oil dropped down to $76 today. Now it's back up to $87. So look how volatile it is. Look how volatile oil is. It was at $76. Now it's up to $87 all in one day. So yeah, man, them oil prices not coming down. The market is too volatile, swinging back and forth. Before you know, it's gonna be right back up to $100 plus. So get ready. Get ready. Look at the NASDAQ creeping lower. Still in this trade, man. Ready for it to end so I can end the live stream. Got another macro coming up at 3:15. 3:15. Still sitting in the trade, y'all. This what comes with it. This what comes with it. Just one micro contract on, so trying to see if it wants to go down and hit my take profit. And I'm gonna be up out of here for the day. Definitely appreciate y'all watching. Y'all always show support. Y'all always show love. Hopefully this has been educational. What a trade, man. What a trade. What a trade. I might go back and chop this up and release the sped up version of it. All right, y'all. I got to kill this trade. I want to sit through it. But whenever it's like this, take the profit, right? Whenever it's just consolidating, I might sit through it for a little bit longer. But whenever it's like this, always take the profit. It's not worth the hassle of seeing how far it goes. I'd rather take the profit, secure the money. And all in all, it was still a good trade. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and kill this trade right here. It's up about $120, $130. I did, at the beginning of the trade, I did 15 micro contracts, scaled them all out down to one. This one that I have on is the runner, so it's the one left behind. I do think something is coming. Like I said before, if y'all didn't hear me, I do think something is coming because these markets are very distorted at the moment. Something is definitely coming to these markets. Not clean at all. All of the markets. So we're going to live and see it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live and see whatever they want to bring, and we're going to take it from there. I don't know when I'm going to go live as far as overall, be some entertainment. I might do it this evening. I don't know. But just to be some entertainment, catch up on overall markets and different assets and headlines and news. I don't know when I'm going to do that. But if you definitely watched me today, you definitely watch some precision. And I still think this is going lower. It's just taking time. And I don't want to bore y'all to death because nothing is happening right now. Actually got up to about 4 o'clock, but I'm not about to stick around to 4 o'clock. I have some things to do. So I definitely appreciate y'all joining. Let me go ahead and kill the trade. Kill the trade and profit. Wait. And a lot of times you're going to hesitate. You're going to be like, should I kill it? Should I stick in it? You're going to have those psychological, mental debates. It's going to play on your psychology. But sometimes you got to just accept enough is enough, right? Enough is enough. And it doesn't matter if you can get more or not. Just accept that a win is a win. And you live to see another day. And guess what? You end the day in profit. So let me go ahead and kill this trade. Closed it out. And that's going to be it, man. Appreciate y'all joining. I look forward to seeing y'all on the next live stream. Peace out.